Hello my dear friends, my extra horoscope for the period from the 15th to the 30th of September. I will start with the most important. What will this period require from us? Optimism, positivity, responsible decisions, sacrifices in different spheres of life, patience in the long term but important issues. Defending the interests in the family. Do not offend your loved ones, especially those who love you. Be afraid of new acquaintances from the 20th to the 24th of September. Do not lend money from the 25th to the 27th date, as there is a possibility that money will not be returned. When you make important decisions, analyze the consequences, because from the 17th to the 23rd of September, the portal for finance is open. It's very important to notice it. I advise you to avoid monetary disputes during this period, courts, loans, and so on, especially the signs of the earth and air. I advise you to keep your documents in perfect order. This process will be easy and positive. Everything related to extra income for everyone, I recommend you actively promote your business. Working for someone will not bear much fruit now, but investing in a favorite thing for yourself is what you need. A few general tips for the other half of September. I always call for charity, but now it is especially relevant. If you can, then help those who need it. Be careful with deals in the period from the 15th to the 17th of September. It is not the most successful period. The greatest profit you will get from the business from which you do not expect income at all. I advise you to conduct all monetary affairs officially. Take receipts even from people you know. Check all the checks and receipts. There may be a situation in which someone will demand money from you. And to protect yourself, I advise you to be as safe as possible. Insurance during this period is very relevant. You can insure your home, any property, even your life. If you have never encountered this, pay attention to it. The end of the month can bring unpleasant surprises, and you should be ready. About relationships. I'll say it briefly but honestly. This half of September can become a volcano for many of you. Infidelities can be revealed. There is a chance to find out that your partner was cheating on you. You may begin to suspect that something is being hidden from you. Be prepared for that. Many of you will burn all the bridges behind. Maybe it's you. And I ask you, never, even for 1 minute, think that life without love has no meaning and it is not worth living. It's always worth living. Sometimes we have to live for many years to understand this simple thing. Relationships should always be honest, open, transparent, but sometimes there are problems, secrets. I especially recommend such zodiac signs as Aries, Cancer, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Pisces. Do not make final decisions during this period. We're human beings and we can make mistakes. If this is a person you care about, then you can forgive or ignore his mistakes. If you dig deeper, you can find both the good and the bad in this person. None of us is without sin. But if a person often lies to you and you suffer from it, if he doesn't love you and doesn't respect you, it's time to put a bold dot into this relationship. This refers to the 3 zodiac signs: Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Before making a final decision, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself the question: do you love him or her? Are you ready to lose this person? What are the pros and cons? And one more important question: will the next person be better? Is there any guarantee? Breaking up with a partner is the easiest decision, but staying requires understanding, life experience, and patience. And if this person is sent to you by fate, wait for a reward from above. About the diet. Autumn has come. I recommend everyone to take vitamins. Please your body. This can be vitamins complexes that you can buy at the pharmacy. Only those vitamins that you need. I don't recommend taking any vitamins. Many natural products, especially fruits, vegetables, greens, herbs. I always say prophylactic is better than treatment. Find the time and energy for a routine inspection of body. I advise you to do this in the last week of month after the 24th of September. I also recommend everyone to add sea buckthorn, ginger, radish to diet. Now turning to the important colors of the other half of September. The color of luck and success is ripe cherry. I remind you that this doesn't mean that you should fully dress in this color. I give you hints, and you can use these colors in the elements of clothing. Advice to representatives of the water and fire signs. Use neutral, not bright colors, especially gray. Advice to those whose signs is earth and air. Brown. But the black color is also still relevant for you. Advice for everyone for the period from the 15th to the 30th of September. I will highlight the main thing. Watch the time. It will solve a lot. You need to do everything in time. Silver will attract good energetics to its owner. If you have silver jewelry or dishes, I advise you to use them. At the end of the month, actively implement personal projects. Believe in miracles. I do not recommend long trips. Women, I do not advise to do cosmetic surgery, especially when it comes to injections. I advise everyone who is in couple to come up with a new sweet and cute name for their other half. Men, this is a very simple advice. Think before you do something to avoid fatal mistakes. Personal advice in the other half of September for Aries. If you suffer from insomnia, I advise you to take care of yourself and stop thinking for others. It's time to learn to say no. Your intuition always knows where to do it and when. Listen to it. For those who have quarreled with their loved ones, be sure to let them know that you need them. The first step is showing your wisdom, not weakness. Before the cold weather comes, go outside and touch the plants, especially the trees, while they still have green leaves. Lucky day is 21st of September, and I'm warning you, it is worth avoiding questionable business contacts through third parties. Unlucky day, 27th. Taurus. Many Taurus will feel that they have taken on a lot, but you couldn't have done otherwise, could you? Forgive yourself for this and do what you think is right. Use your contacts more often to resolve issues in the financial and business sphere. People's trust in you will bring good luck. In your personal life, please be straightforward and honest with yourself. In the period from September 20th, you can become a magnet for money. While listening to music, try to sing along loudly and, most importantly, think about the good things. Forget the past, and the future will be in two versions. Either what fate has prepared for you, or what I say, fate is in your hands. Make the right choice. Great numbers for you, 17th and 21st of September. And I'm warning you, do not listen to the advice of those who just like to give them. Listen to those who have achieved respect from their examples. Unlucky date, September 28th. Gemini. The middle of the month will fill you with strength, as I said in the last extra horoscope. You need to take advantage of this for another important step forward. Take time for your personal life. Do not miss the opportunity to please and rejoice. You may have to make sacrifices at work. For example, to help someone using your knowledge and capabilities. Just don't expect gratitude. It doesn't always find its owner. I recommend active sports and swimming. Dream. Learn to visualize. Imagine your dream in detail. Write or draw it on paper, on a window, or on the ground. Just don't cry. A lucky day, 22nd and 13th of September. I'm warning you, keep an eye on your health. The back and joints are a vulnerable place. Unlucky date, 15th of September. Cancer. This is a period of good opportunities. You will be where you did not plan, but it will be good for you. You can believe in fate again. There is a person in your life who lives at a distance, but his or her soul is turned to you. It is possible that he or she will finally take a step forward. Approximately after the 23rd date, you may feel a decline in strength. In this case, I recommend remembering about your favorite activity from the past, maybe an old hobby. Try to come out of the shadows, communicate more, and share your emotions. But at the same time, be careful with new acquaintances. Lucky date 29th of September. And I'm warning you, 3 cheese only in a mousetrap. Remember this proverb. Unlucky date 16th of September. Leo. Children will require special attention. This can become a burden for you, but don't worry. This will give its results. There is a prospect of a trip. If there is a choice by dates, I advise you to choose the end of the month. The middle of the month will definitely give a chance to restore relations. If there were cracks, don't waste time. If you're lonely and it torments you, I strongly advise you to take advantage of the end of the month and go on a date with a new person. If you will be told about your mistakes and shortcomings, first carefully analyze all the information. Maybe they're right. Pride and selfishness don't mean confidence. Lucky date is 28th of September. I'm warning you, don't give advice where you're not asked. You can ruin relationships with people. Unlucky date 17th of September. Virgo. Many representatives of the sign will be disappointed. This will not happen by your will, but it will be a good lesson for the future. I will give advice to women. Don't try to sit on 2 chairs. During this period, you have to make a choice. The material sphere should please you. Advice for men. Hard words and strength are not an indicator. A man's strength lies in wisdom and stability. There are different sources of energy and strength around us. Advice for all representatives of the sign: during this period, get closer to the earth. It means if you can sit on the ground, sit down. If you can touch the ground with your hands. If you see a big stone, sit on it. And you can take a glass of water and say your wish out loud. Drink a sip of this water and pour the rest on the ground or on a stone. And at the same time, make a wish. Lucky date is September 18th, and I'm warning you, during these 2 weeks, try not to do unscheduled operations, for example with regard to the beauty sphere. Unlucky dates 20th of September. Libra. You have one big advantage. You know how to keep everything under control and in your own hands. This will be very useful to you at the beginning of this period. I advise you only to monitor the emotional background to avoid overwork. Family is your support and protection on whom you can rely. For those who are planning a vacation, I advise you to choose mountains areas. This will become a powerful energy feeling for you. Learn to distinguish good from bad. Notice the pros and cons of it. Means to be surrounded only by good people and say goodbye to the bad ones. At this time, you need to clean up your environment. Lucky date is 25th of September. I'm warning you, be honest with yourself. Only harmony inside will give the necessary balance. Unlucky date, 19th of September. Scorpio. If you know that you are right, don't doubt your success. Starting from the middle of the month, there will be a battle with yourself. When it comes to mind and conscience, it's internal struggle. To make the right steps, you need to sort yourself out, weigh everything, and turn to faith. Good always wins, and you know it. If you have been offended, be sure to forgive and forget. It's not the time for arguments now. Now it's a great chance to overcome yourself and reach a new level. This applies to both relationships and work. You have a strong side, and often representative of the sign show weakness. Believe in yourself. Success awaits you. A lucky date, 22nd of September. I'm warning you, you can't enter the same river twice. Choose a new path. Unlucky number, 16th of September. Sagittarius. You often play with fate and try to outwit it. Be careful this time. The higher the stakes, the higher the risks. And yes, luck is on your side, but don't use it too often to your advantage. And if you want to test yourself, then I advise you to change your strategy first. Don't set too big goals. Walk slowly up the steps, step by step. Don't try to jump over several steps at once. In personal life, a cold may occur. To store harmony, try to overcome your pride and possibly principles. While you are running after two hares, you are losing precious time of your life. Look back, maybe luck and your happiness stayed there. You sometimes run forward faster than necessary and don't notice what is happening. Therefore, make sense of your every step. Lucky dates, 17th and 22nd of September. I'm warning you, your plans may change dramatically during this period. Unlucky date, September 29th. Capricorn. A good month for you in general, as I said it in the previous extra horoscope. These weeks will require you to invest money in everyday life. I advise you, especially at the end of the month, not to leave unfinished business plans. After the 20th day, you may get into an awkward situation at work, where your reputation will be at stake. I'll give you some advice. At any cost, protect your principles. Even if it's not easy at first, justice will find you. Your open heart is the best weapon. No need to suspect everyone, otherwise you will deceive yourself. Lucky date, 23rd of September. I'm warning you. If you drive more quietly, you will continue. Take your time in business. The unlucky date is 16th of September and 17th of September. Aquarius. Don't say goodbye to your dream. Don't give up. There is not much left before victory. A very good period for property transactions. You may be betrayed by the closest people you rely on. Take a look around. With your partner, you will have a joint adventure. This will strengthen your relationships. On these 2 days, the 15th and the 16th of September, like in everything, awaits you. Don't miss this important moment. Lucky date, 15th of September. I'm warning you. Beware of your illusions. I advise you to be more realistic. Unlucky date, 22nd of September. Pisces. The most important thing during this period is the middle of the month. Everything will go according to plan. I will give you tips for these 2 weeks. Drink more water. Pay attention to your dreams. They will carry the necessary and specific information. I recommend using keywords and meditations. Update your wardrobe whenever possible. Any updates are very good for you now. About your love life, no changes are expected, but I will give advice for those who are lonely. At the end of September, focus all your energy to find your man or woman. Add more greens to your food and breathe clean air. Stay away from a place where there are a lot of cars. Lucky date, September 26. I'm warning you, an old friend is better than you two. Remember this. Unlucky date, 19th of September. Dear friends, doing the good things is really important, because all of the good things you've done will definitely return to you like a boomerang. Spread this horoscope, leave your comments below, repost, so you will be able to help or warn someone. And remember, one day all of the good things you've done will come back to you.